Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Faux Show. Today is Saturday, March 15th. My name is Angela.
And my name is Chris.
And as most of you know, the Faux Show is not a real show. It is a social experience because I don't look at you. I look at the chat room I have here on my iPad.
Oh, the chat room. I've got that full screen. Oh, my screen.
It's over there on a monitor where we can see ourselves.
Oh.
It's on this monitor.
It doesn't matter, Ange, because it's built from the best lower third, which, honestly, was comprised of components of your hopes and dreams of winning an award on today's Faux Show Awards show, assembled into a solid matter using the universe's gravity wells that we can rely on using the new Carl Sagan spaceship that has been taken forward by Neil deGrasse Tyson. What? Am I losing you here?
It just sounds like a bunch
Anyways,
of words.
I'll cut to the chase. It's about another 20 minutes. Let me just say, best lower third ever contained the JBLive.tv chat room.
Oh, woo.
Yeah.
So today we took your studio suggestions.
What?
Because at the beginning of this month, we took over another mortgage.
Oh, jeez,
And all the bills associated with that.
Woo!
And on Monday, our new adoptee, Rakai, arrives.
I'm freaking out.
I know. It's seriously a very stressful time right now. But
Well, we're going to have fun with it and make an award show because we've been asking you guys for your fun ideas to turn this frown upside down, and you have delivered. So we will be handing out awards for some of your great ideas and what we should do in our brand new Jupiter Broadcasting studio. And our first award goes to...
Q5 Sis gets the Pi Day Day.
Yesterday was Pi Day.
Yeah, well, yeah. And that was coincidental. Too bad it wasn't today.
You should have busted out your pie picture because we actually had pie yesterday on Pi Day because we are responsible.
Yeah, that'll be in probably the Fisher Family update.
The post show, yeah.
All right, so his idea was add a fruit keg bot.
Okay, I'm down so far.
Actually, you know what? I said it wrong. It's Adafruit.
Okay.
And you go to twitter.com/Adafruit keg bot, and unfortunately, it stopped registering back in the middle of February. But
this is a keg bot that tweets?
Yeah. Anytime anybody gets themselves something to drink, it would tweet.
That is too funny. Someone just poured
good. They did get it
0.40
back
liters
up.
of root beer from the Keg-O-Matic. That is too funny.
Right,
We
yes.
do need one of these.
Yeah, so they put root beer in it first, which is really awesome.
Well, Q5 Sis is going to be crashing on the studio couch during Linux Fest Northwest, so I know what his job's going to be.
Yeah, right, yeah. Bring a Raspberry Pi, or we'll provide one for you. And
he could use the Raspberry Pi that he gave me to play with like a year and a half ago that's been in my office. Actually, it's over there. It's hooked up.
Yeah.
But we use it mostly as a prop these days, so.
Yep. Well, I have something related to a Raspberry Pi for him on my desk.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Does he? We haven't told him about that,
No.
though.
No. I just told him that I have something for him that
It's a
I'll
little
probably leave
something.
on my desk instead of bring to Linux Fest Northwest.
Yeah, because it's been on the desk for a while.
Yeah, like a year.
Well, it was something that was being custom made, so I had to order it while they were custom making it.
Right.
And so we just sat on it. Yeah.
All right, enough about the elusive thing that we're not even telling you what it is.
Yeah.
The next award goes to Power543. He gets the Epic Trek
what?
award.
Oh, this is a great idea. I'm already on board. I'm already on board with this.
So, number one, he says a replicator from Star Trek to make anything on the fly, especially tea. Earl Grey, hot.
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Number two, a portable transporter, so you could bring fans into some shows as guests from anywhere in the world. That's a great idea.
That's, or like maybe just beam in Linus Torvalds when he's on the pot and just comes crouched over. He's like, what's going on? Like, hey, Linus, you want to do a show?
Don't look at your electricity bill after that, though.
Well, that's the thing.
Number three, a Star Trek TOS communicator panel, which you can buy and put next to your door as it has a motion sensor. It makes the classic door opening sound whenever it hears you enter or exit a room. That's actually a product.
That's legit. I know you can get it at Think Geek.
We need to buy it.
Yeah, we need. Well, can we buy like 6 of them?
No, what door is that?
Yeah. That'll be Rekai's like a little alarm system when somebody's coming. All right. So what else we got here?
All right, and then a little more realistic on this page. Well, aside from the door opening thing. Number 4, the Xbox Connect 2.0 when it comes out for the PC at some point, as then you can have voice commands like Mac on record, play clip, make me funny. For Chris.
Oh, I see. I see.
All right. Number 5, get something like this to have the family always present in the new studio. Take out the wood family bit in the middle and make a new wood word fissure to fit in the middle.
I like that.
Yeah,
Could we? You know what I really want to get in the new studio? Like not like right away.
What?
A 3D printer, so we could do stuff like that.
Oh no!
Come on, dude.
There's no way we'd be able to.
No, why not?
No,
dude. The 3D printers are coming down in price. They're like below $1,000 now. I know, it's getting legit.
Well, 3D printers that print like
Tiny
4
things.
inch by 4 inch.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we'd
I
have to.
No, that's a thing. I know.
No, I know people that can cut stuff like that. So.
Oh, you know people. Well, I want to
do.
be the people that can cut stuff like that.
No,
so your
you
face.
need a big table and a big, really expensive $80,000 stuff.
Not with a 3D printer, yo. Not
Okay.
with a 3D
Anyway,
printer.
number 6.
Okay.
Get a new 4K resolution Canon EOS C500 video camera to really bring Super HD to Jupiter Broadcasting.
Well, I'm actually. This is in my new studio planning down the road. I don't know if it's going to be this particular camera, but a 4K camera is, I think, in our future. Just even if we only use it to push out 1080p. But you see, like Ange right here, as she's drinking her Mountain Dew. See that? That's a virtual camera. So is this shot. This is a virtual camera. And if we were recording in 4K resolution, then these super shots could be more clear. They would look like actual camera shots, even if we're outputting to 720p or 1080p.
Okay.
So it's more than just the quality of it, even though then later on down the road, we could put out 4K content if we wanted to, and it'd be pretty badass to have a Linux Action Show in 4 kizzles.
4 kizzles. He said, I've used the lower end C100 camera at 1080, and it's fantastic. Super crisp and lovely footage. I know 4K resolution is a bit unnecessary, but it's so cool.
No, it's necessary.
So
soon.
now I must point out that Power 543 in the past has made submissions that were video related because he edits video, and he's very, very, very much into sci-fi. He is on YouTube at Power 543. He wanted to make a submission, but unfortunately, we did not have time to record
the USS Jupiter Broadcasting. Yeah. That'd have been so cool. Maybe in the future. Oh, you shouldn't have said anything. We could have done it later. We still can. Yeah. Everybody forget this part.
Well, anyway, so he went ahead and made this, and he was prepared to make a quick video faux studio Star Trek set for
like
us.
A whole set. Set the bar high, he is.
Yeah, I know.
I like, Imacon says we should get a camera like that and take it out into the field, out on the road, as he says. I agree. 4K, out on the road, that'd be awesome. Crash Bandicoot recommends a red camera. And I don't even think maybe Crash thinks we're made of money or something. But I agree, that'd be awesome. Yes, that's a spaceship, Crash Bandicoot. Yes. Yeah.
All right. The next award goes to Samir. Samir gets the Once Upon a Time award.
What?
Because Samir says, I think it's a good idea to put 3 wall clocks in the studio with each one set to a different time zone. So Chris won't need to ask Alan for the time on the East Coast.
That
and
is
UTC.
so brilliant.
I know, right?
We should get big clocks and have them from across the room, behind the camera, so I can just look up. Why don't we have clocks right there?
Yeah.
We should have clocks right there.
I know. Well, so for TechSnap, it's at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, and 9 p.m.
That's
UTC.
why you were asking me.
Yeah.
You want to tell them that story?
Go ahead.
Well, so Ange sends me messages like, "Hey, do you know what time TechSnap's at on UTC?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Well, no, I know you ask Alan every time, but you're just kidding, right? You actually know what time it is." I'm like, "No, if I knew what time it was, I wouldn't ask Alan."
Yeah.
So you're right. I totally need a clock.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's a great idea. That's a good submission. All right, Ange.
Yep. And we're getting a request from the chat room for GMT, and then
oh my gosh.
Lionhead says
GMT is UTC.
GMT. Yeah, exactly. I just said it the opposite. Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay.
We can call it UTC GMT. I mean, like
no, I'm sticking to UTC.
And then we can throw in a bunch of other acronyms.
let's just do the internet time, guys. Let's just first of all,
right? We need a universal time, like Bitcoin universal money.
There's internet time. Let me see. I'll tell you. Let's find out. Yeah, there is. Let's see what time it is. I wonder if Google internet time, does it just tell you what time it is? What is internet time? Well, that's pretty useful too. Not exactly what I was hoping for.
Huh.
So here you go, Ange.
What?
Internet time is a new way to tell time invented and marketed by the Swiss watch company. Really? This is a thing?
By Beats?
The current internet time is the same all over the world. How about that?
Okay.
How about that?
That's a good idea.
I know. Time unit converted as beats into 1 beat is a day. This is confusing already.
1,000 beats.
I give up.
Oh, yeah. I know. Decimals?
It uses the advantage of the internet time system, it uses the normal decimal system instead of the ancient 24-hour, 60-minute, 60-second system. Ouch. Dot beat calculations are easy. It's at 345 plus 465 dot beat. Oh my gosh, I'm done. I'm done.
That's a lot.
I'm not doing internet time.
But it's like, hey, is it 1,000 beats over there?
Hey, I'll be over there in 1,000 beats.
Does that mean it's day or night?
Yeah. We'd have to.
You lose perspective of
let's just stick with UTC.
The time of day.
Let's just do UTC. All right, Ange. Next award goes to
Rotten Corpse.
Rotten Corpse.
He gets the Textastic award.
All right, lay it on me.
Ta-da!
Okay.
So he said, unfortunately, these only seem to be for kids, but maybe a custom chair could be made or something. I was thinking it would be awesome to have a Tux chair, beanbag, or whatever.
That middle one almost looks like they're marijuana leaves on the bottom and not Tux's feet.
Yeah, right?
Do you see that?
Yeah, that's from that one penguin movie.
Oh, Happy Feet or whatever?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No, a different
All right.
one.
I like
maybe Happy Feet.
I like that middle one, though.
Yeah?
I think that's good.
It's not very comfortable, and it's definitely a kid's
How do you
seat.
know it's not comfortable?
Because I've seen them like that.
I want to be embraced by Tux. I want my butt cushion to be...
Well, that's not Tux. Oh, it's Madagascar.
Oh, Madagascar. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway, so that's a good idea. Rikai already has a beanbag. No, just kidding.
Oh, okay.
It's Hello Kitty.
Oh. She's giving away details here that I just don't know about, Ange. All right, Ange, well, what do we do?
I do need to see Madagascar, apparently.
What
I
do we...
haven't seen it.
Oh, we should get a big... Maybe instead of... Okay, I'm just going to put this out there.
Whoa. Okay.
I mean, this is the Studio Awards episode. Maybe instead of couches in the living room, we should get beanbags. A couple like the one we have in Dylan's room.
No.
No?
No.
You don't think so?
It's not really ADA compliant.
Well, and it would be harder for Q5 sis to sleep on a beanbag.
Yeah. Well, unless it was a big one. I mean,
Yeah,
you
like
can
a-
sleep on that.
Yeah, like one of those big love sacks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we just take a second here and thank Ting. Everybody go to faux.ting.com. Would you? That helps support the Faux Show. Everybody go over to faux.ting.com and check them out. That lets them know you heard about it right here on the Faux Shizzle. Now, what is Ting? Ting is mobile that makes sense, my friends. Ting is a no BS mobile service provider. Here's what you really need to know. You only pay for what you use. There's no contract, and it's $6 flat. $6 flat for each line, plus applicable taxes. And then you just pay for your usage on top of that. What I really love about Ting is not my $30 a month bill. Well, actually, what I really like about Ting is the fact that hotspot and tethering are included, and I just pay for the data usage. So I'm over at the new studio. We don't have internet yet. Actually, we got it on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm over there, but I'm over there a couple of times. I brought Dylan with me, and he wanted to watch YouTube. You know, when you're waiting for like the internet installer to show up, you have to burn like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
So Dylan brought his iPad. I brought my Nexus 5. I turned on hotspot. I get 14 megabits down over at the new studio.
Yep.
I'm browsing the internet from multiple machines. Like it's just like the broadband connection in the house. And in the back of my mind, I have total peace of mind because I know I'm just simply paying for the usage. I'm not going to get stung by my service provider. And what's awesome, if I'm ever curious how much data I used, where I'm at in my plan, Ting has awesome tools that leave me in control. Their online dashboard is simple, yet effective and efficient. It uses web standards. It works on mobile devices. It works on the desktop device. But even better, if you're on the mobile device, they've got built-in Android and iOS apps. Mm-hmm. So you can just manage your account on there.
That is awesome.
Speaking of iOS, dun, 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 dun.
Yay.
Ting just got a little more fruitier.
Yep. That is awesome. Fruitier.
The Apple iPhone 5 is now available on Ting. You just grab a used one from their Glide service or bring your own if you've already got one. And by the way, if you're bringing an iPhone 5 or any device over to Ting, they've also got an early termination relief program. They'll pay up to $75 per line that you have to get canceled. $75 is going to probably cover you for the first month or two of your service. I hear from folks who are switching all the time. They go to faux.ting.com. That takes $25 off their first month if you bring your iPhone. So if you got an iPhone 5 and you bring it, they're just going to take $25 off your first month. If you have to cancel a contract, they're also going to give you $75 in credits on top of that. So yeah, you're talking like this switch is you're saving a ton of money because it's only pay for what you use. They're giving you $75 to cancel a line, and if you go to faux.ting.com, they're going to give you a $25 credit if you're bringing a phone like the iPhone 5. They also support the 4 and 4S now.
All right, so from the chat room, Wipe My Butt With Your Face says, yay, Ting, my wife and I are tinging. And I Am Icon says, you can't go wrong with $12, even if you don't get great Sprint service. Which, there are some...
There's some areas, yeah. So they're an MVNO of the Sprint network, and here at our town, there's some spotty areas. But even then, like if you stay next to the main freeways, it's excellent. And in some areas where they've actually been deploying their new tri-band LTE system, they've doubled down on the coverage. So if you're in an area and they're rolling out there's like 75 this year, I think they're going to deploy 75 new cities. Tri-band LTE gets you 3 different bands of the LTE spectrum, and that rocks. I mean, it's a whole new generation of LTE coverage. And by the way, speaking of that, you can get a Novatel MiFi 5580, $6 hotspot, you guys, with tri-band LTE support. You just pay for what you use. It's totally genius. So go to faux.ting.com to check them out, try out their savings calculator, see how much money you could save if you've been considering. That savings calculator will get you there. And also check out their blog frequently. Like they just posted a new app review. They've got information in there about new phone releases like the iPhone 5, the new HTC One.
Oh, did you pimp the Twitter?
They have a Ting FTW Twitter account too,
Yep.
where they'll not only will they answer your questions, but they'll also do product announcements on there and also giveaway announcements on there. So they're Ting FTW on Twitter. So go to faux.ting.com to get started. That lets them know you heard about it here on the Faux Show. And a big thank you to Ting for sponsoring the Faux Show.
Yep.
Okay, Ange.
Now, Rotten Corpse just showed up and asked if he missed his award.
Yes.
You were right before the ad we just did.
But congratulations for what was it?
Tuxtastic.
You were Tuxtastic, Rotten Corpse.
Here, we'll just
Boom.
we'll quickly.
Flashies, boom.
There's your award.
Yep, and there's your
There's
goodies.
your submission.
There's your goodies. All right, don't say we never
There's
did nothing for you.
faux.ting.com.
All right, Ange, our next award goes to
Goats Live. That's
Goats
right.
Live.
GoatsLive.com.
I remember Goats Live.
They get the Commanding Office Award.
Oh, really? Oh, my gosh.
The Mrs. Goats Live suggested that you get a command chair.
I think that's a really great idea. I think that's probably the best idea we've seen yet. I love that red one.
Yeah.
That one's really calling to me. That, I think, is from the Next Generation movies after they went to the Enterprise E.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always go the TOS Classic, or even you got Sulu's. That's the Enterprise in Star Trek 6, or Sulu's chair is that one. You got Archer's chair up there, the little one. Good idea,
That's
Goats
weird.
Live.
Yeah.
Good idea. Oh, man. I love those chairs. All right, next award goes to...
Wait, actually, before I move on, I will say that Mr. Goats Live is working on something very special for the studio.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm not...
Is it a goat?
No.
Because somebody's got to maintain the yard.
I'm not going to mention it yet because I don't want him to feel pressured to do it.
Okay, well,
But
all right. No pressure, Mr. Goats Live.
He offered, and I said that would be awesome.
Is it
and
live right
he's
now?
working
Should we
on
go
it.
check? Let's go look at the Goats Live stream right now. Tuning in over on Ustream. They're Goats Live on Ustream or goatslive.com. Oh, look, they even have a Goats Live chat. You could chat about the goats. Yeah, there's the goats.
There's the goats.
There's the goats. Look at them.
And you know what else
What?
is...
I mean, how great is that? They just got a live stream of goats. And you know what? It's strangely compelling. It's actually strangely compelling. What are those goats doing? Just sitting there.
We also have his...
That goat's sleeping. The sleepy goat. Look at that sleepy goat.
He's eating. I love the eating.
Yeah, they're just the slow chewing.
Yeah, slow chewing.
All right,
Bella started doing that.
Of course, we have over on the Instagram feed. There's goats. There's the Mr. Goats Live wearing a Jupiter Broadcasting shirt.
Yep.
Which is pretty awesome.
Out with his goats.
Yeah.
It looks kind of green just because of the
webcam or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Ange. Next award goes to
Jason. I think Jason goes by another Nick, but he didn't sign his email that way, so he's Jason.
Okay.
He gets Return of the Mic, which is kind of like Return of the Mac. Return of the
I was thinking Return of the Jedi.
Okay, so he is suggesting as okay. So he says boom and lapel mics to replace the radio mics for the visual shows. If it is a visual show, then we should be able to see the hosts, not have them hidden behind a mic. I don't think I've ever seen Chris's chin, and I'm dubious that his beard is actually joined. Keep the radio mics for the radio shows, but it's time for the network to grow and look more professional, especially for the visual shows. There were a couple of jokes in the last show that it was really just to see my cleavage. A lot of people have said, yeah, I want to see your mouth. Some people can't hear as well unless they can see lips moving.
So you guys, anybody who's watched a while knows this question comes up about, once a quarter? Would you say at least?
Yeah. Just about as often as it's not really a lower third, it's more like a lower fifth.
Not quite as much, but pretty close, yeah. That's a technical term! Here's the thing. I watch shows where they use lapel mics, and it drives me crazy.
Yeah. Honestly, I am clumsy. I am going to, hit it, and it's going to, you're going to hear my clothing a lot.
So, that said, there are some shows where you've seen us use lapel mics or boom, little Countryman mics. Like Beer is Tasty, if you've ever watched that. We've used that. And some other shows. So we are talking about our options for How to Linux and how we're going to do that one, particularly because we'll probably be standing and moving around too. So we'll probably go with the lapel or Countryman's. We own Countryman's. They're a little bit nicer than lapels, but with beards they can cause issues. But at the end of the day, the Linux Action Show and even this show not as much, but the Linux Action Show is predominantly audio, right?
Yeah.
And this show is almost 50% audio.
Yeah. And then the only other visual show is TechSnap,
which is predominantly audio.
Right. Right. Yeah. So
at the end of the day, our actual number one target audience is the audio listeners because there's so many people that listen while they commute.
And the audio is so much better when it's one of these.
Yeah.
But I will say that we should have matching mic stands.
Yeah, we'll
in the
try
new
to clean
setup.
that up.
Yeah.
And for How To Linux, we'll probably, and maybe some other future shows that we kind of have in the early stages of consideration, we'll probably use lapel mics. You watching the goats?
The goat's still eating.
Yeah, dude, they just chew all the time, and I think they're onto something. They're just he's just sitting there chewing on some grass or something, just chewing. But we do get the lapel mic thing a lot. In the chat room, you can see the chat room's a little conflicted on it too. Like some of them like the radio mics. Prentice says the radio mics are the best solution. He says they look cool too. Now some people don't think so. Wolf Girl says she wants to see my cleavage. It's not about your cleavage. So
okay.
Yeah. Hey-o.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that.
Plus, the other thing we want to do in the future soon is more on location. And in those cases, it's either a handheld mic or it's a lapel mic or a combination thereof. So over 2014, you'll probably see us move more towards that.
We're not like totally opposed to it, but we're going to do it selectively based on the audience of each show.
Bingo.
Yeah, and the conditions in which we're recording. When we're on site, it's going to be hard to have these. So yeah.
Well, except for, we brought these to Linux Fest specifically because these things, check this out, I'll do you a little demonstration. So I'm just sitting here talking right now, and I'm going to move off axis, and as soon as I move off axis, I completely drop. Even though both mics are open right now, you can barely hear me, and as soon as I bring it back on axis, it sounds a heck of a lot better. That is a massive asset in a recording studio with 6 computers going, or when you're at a fest, and there's tons of people going. The fact that this thing can zero in on my voice so much, and it's so directional, it's a massive advantage. For these types of microphones that lapel mics just cannot even touch.
Yep.
All right, Ange, next award goes up.
Your Pain. I like next.
For a necessary evil.
Necessary evil. Along the same idea as Q5 Sis's, his appliance suggestion for the new studio is a kegerator. And his company that he works for supplies the beer.
Oh, okay, now we're talking.
And it always stays cold and on tap. So, they've got a keg in a refrigerator. Did you mean to have it on your face? And, okay, so beer him.
Let's do this.
All right, good submission.
Good submission.
I don't even know where to get a keg.
I do. Next award goes to...
Sean Newboy.
Boom!
JB, all the things.
Okay.
I love coming up with titles because I get to incorporate faux culture.
Yeah.
All right. So he suggests that we have a setup with green screen clocks for different time zones of our viewers, like some new shows, and instead of putting places under the names, you put the viewers' names under the chat or under the.
All right. So wait, break it down because I'm not following you. So now what?
Green screen clocks with a list of people that live in that time zone.
Oh,
so
weird.
For example,
how would we do that?
With this green
How's your mouth?
Green screen clock.
You're not even drinking.
Instead of having New Zealand time, we would say Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, in Crash Bandicoot time, it's currently...
Yeah, right.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
exactly.
I could be down with that. That's actually a little easier for me. Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so if you go with chairs, try some of those white plastic chairs from the 70s. Those are still cool.
Oh, we should get some of those chairs.
And then he was watching the episode where we snuck the whole mic swap thing, and he said, keep the mics.
Oh, really?
And then he said, P.S., you guys should really coordinate the cups and glasses of your drinks.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the same, but at least complementing each other.
Yeah.
P.P.S., nice to see Chase in the Faux.
Hey, nice.
And then also known as Sean Newboy.
So that's an interesting comment about the cups. And it's something I've noticed, too. Like, we should just be drinking out of all of us, no matter what your beverage is. Because show your beverage right now. Your beverage is like, yeah, it's no good. It's no good. It keys out.
Yeah.
We should just be drinking out of... I could pour my beer in a Jupiter Broadcasting mug, and you could pour your Mountain Dew, but we need... Our current Jupiter Broadcasting mugs are not big enough.
Well, we joked about having everything JB branded in the studio. So like, could you hand me a Jupiter Broadcasting napkin?
Yeah. Well, I would like to know, and Cafe Press, we do know about Cafe Press. I would like to know if you guys know any places to print on-demand mugs and cups and stuff like that. Please leave a comment or send it in to Angela at Jupiter Broadcasting.
With good quality, because
quality.
We did the Printfection store, and that's where this mug came from.
Which is nice.
I don't know. I wasn't too...
I drink out of it like almost every day.
Well, their shirt print quality wasn't very good, so Yeah, I'm
It's
interested
held
in
up,
trying
but
other.
yeah. I don't wash it. I mean, I wash
Yeah,
it, but I
yeah,
don't put it
yeah.
through the dishwasher.
Right, all the
Yeah.
factors.
Yeah, so I leave the little factors in there. But I would be really curious if you guys know, because I'd love to get some stuff or any kind of branded stuff like
yes,
that.
C-Tag said that he or she would absolutely buy a JB or Last mug.
So would I.
yeah, so yeah.
I just want a supersized one.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, last year I did buy some mugs for Linux Fest Northwest. I haven't bought
That's what I'm drinking out of.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean I bought some for like viewers to have.
give away, yeah.
Yeah. So I might need to do some of that.
Yeah. If we could find some beer mugs or something like that, that'd be awesome. All right, next
right.
award goes to
Crash Bandicoot.
what?
It is Crash Bandicoot time.
All right.
Zombies beware. All right? And it doesn't actually apply to this first slide, because he had a lot of suggestions.
How did your chocolate wine get on there?
So number 1, studio pet. I suggest a cat since they tend to not chew or wee on electronics, and Rakai will need someone to cuddle with at night.
Aw.
Unfortunately, we do plan to have Dylan at the studio somewhat frequently, and
He's allergic.
he's allergic to cats and
Big
dogs.
time.
So unfortunately, that's I think the first submission where I'm going to have to say no.
Can't do it. Maybe
But-
we could have a robot kitty.
A robot kitty, yeah. There we go. Number 2, a beer/chocolate wine fridge goes
Yes.
without saying.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. Yes, that's why my chocolate wine.
It is interesting how many beer.
Wait.
What's going on there? Okay.
I'm pointing. See, my arm goes anyway. All right. Number 3, a stormtrooper,
Okay. We could do that.
full size,
Whoa. Like in the entryway?
$2,300. This one, yeah,
They actually sell it on.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
And a couple other ones. He said, or whatever Star Trek has that is equivalent.
Oh, what
Do
about
they have bad guys?
what about
What?
Crash Bandicoot?
What?
Did he write that?
Yeah.
This guy's got to get learned up on his Star Trek. I think he intentionally pretends like he knows less about Star Trek than he really does. He was asking if that was a starship in the chat room earlier when you showed the Enterprise. I'm on to you, Crash. I'm on to you. Yeah. What about those cardboard cutouts of like Kirk and stuff? Like we should put some of those in the what? Yeah, they always freak me out.
So there I was, 2001. We're in our first apartment where we don't have a roommate.
Hold on, can I just pause
No,
right here?
second apartment actually.
So you see how this stuff just never goes away?
I am at the thrift store shopping with my mom, and they have a giant Picard and a giant Riker cardboard cutout.
Yeah, I remember this.
I'm like, yes.
yeah,
I brought them home.
yeah.
And Riker, I think, ended up in our bedroom somewhere, and
Hello.
Picard ended up behind our office door. Like when you open the door, it opens to a slanted wall, and it would scare the crap out of him every time he walked in. So
It's like a person standing
he
behind the
ended
door.
up-
You open up the door and there's boom, Picard. Oh, Jesus.
yeah, so I don't know what happened to them.
I think. Oh, yeah. What did happen to them?
You did something. With
I have a staunch anti can't throw anything Star Trek away policy. So
bull crap.
what?
No, you don't.
What have I ever thrown away Star Trek?
You threw them away.
Well, maybe them because they were after a while. I believe they crossed
Well,
the
anyway.
threshold where they were freaking me out. But
I think
other
it would
than that-
probably. I think it would probably freak Rakai out. We should probably ask him.
Yeah. You know, it would freak me out.
Okay.
It's just when you walk in there, they're life size and they look like people and their eyes follow you.
All right. So the next thing, number 4, bobbleheads of all the presenters, which is a great idea. He linked oneminime.com where you send in a picture
What?
and they actually it looks really good. They send you your statue.
OneMiniMe.com. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, look at this. Look at this. Bobblehead makers.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
They're all handcrafted. So, you know,
Do you think they could get the hair right though?
I don't know. We'd have to
I mean, we'd have to get
we'd
some
have to
test
find
prints.
out.
We'd
but
have to do that.
It would be really cool to have a mantle of hosts.
Hey, Ange, you suppose they're using a 3D printer?
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
anyways.
I think they'll use a plastic mold. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, number 5, flying radio-controlled shark and/or Angry Birds, which we do have the Angry Bird one. We just have to bring it to a store to have it inflated.
Something's adding pictures to the Dropbox right now. Sorry to interrupt. You didn't need to stop. Keep going.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay. And then AK-47, which with attached chainsaw for zombie invasions.
Nice. You never know when a group of zombies. And honestly, I think Dylan would love that.
It's actually a real thing. This guy, there's a YouTube video and everything. If you just go to YouTube and you
It's a real thing?
if you search for AK-47 with attached chainsaw, yeah, he does a whole demonstration and shows like all the different things that are built into this.
This guy is he selling this thing?
I don't think so.
Because that'd be genius.
No, but there's a whole market for zombie chasers.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Next
then we
award
have
goes to.
Through the Black. Through the Black is our new official interior designer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do we have here?
So,
Oh, geez. Is that? Yeah. I love that there's no place like 127.0.0.1 placemat. We should get that for the
Right.
studio. That's totally legit.
it is.
What I'm loving is that Star Trek sink.
Yeah. Right?
Is that a table that opens up?
You haven't seen that table?
No.
Are you kidding me?
I'm 100% serious. Why would I have seen that
Wow.
before? Should I have seen that before?
Well, yeah.
Is it a thing?
It's all over the internet.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about all over the internet?
Okay, so he submitted a GIF. He submitted, an Imager album with all these things. What is that?
Click it. Let's just look. What is going on right now?
Oh.
Did one of my phones just connect and start uploading a whole bunch
I
of
guess
pictures?
so,
That's
yeah.
random. It's
Yeah.
super. So sorry about the total unprofessionalism here, but
Well, it's the Faux Show after all.
yeah, so Dropbox is just like constantly smashing alerts up on the screen and about like pictures being taken, and like we're not taking pictures.
Yeah.
So, like who's taking
We're both
pictures?
right here.
Why are there a bunch of pictures going to my Dropbox right now?
Okay, well,
So that
anyway.
table's super badass.
Yeah, so I grabbed, it starts as a small table, but then it like rotates and then just locks into place as a bigger
Is that
table.
something we can buy?
I don't think so.
Gosh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I really like that.
And then
Oh yeah.
do you see that floppy disk light? I know. What, you like it?
I
What?
like that a lot.
I know. Yeah, see, that's why he's our new interior designer.
Yeah, too bad you don't have the video version of that crazy door.
I do have the GIF in his Imager album, but
I'll see if
Yeah.
I can find it really quick.
okay.
But
And then popcorn, of course. And then he also has the command chairs, as well as a computer mailbox. And then this bench that is really weird to me. It's a customizable bench. You just move the wood pieces.
so it makes tables or chairs.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And then a Star Trek phone.
Who uses a house phone anymore?
I know, right? And then some large
Do you know
touch
where
screens.
those are from?
No.
Oh man, super
I think
funny.
he said.
Those are big, huge. There's Shepard Smith on Fox News has this new digital studio, and they're these giant touch
Tablets?
screens. Yeah, but all they're looking at is like Twitter.
Oh,
it's
I
like
think-
total joke. Yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, those are really cool though. That'd be good in the background.
Yep. And then a drone to hold the camera.
That Steadicam's legit. Or that camera, I'd like to get that.
Yeah. And then I forgot what that is.
That's what I'm talking about. I'd like to,
Okay.
yeah, I'd like.
well, what's the?
That'd be fine. I mean, a drone, of course. I'd love to get a drone, but for reals, I'd like to actually that I'd like to get. That's the thing. I think we'll get in the How to Linux set.
yeah.
Eventually.
Rikai wants some Minecraft torches.
Yeah, those would be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool if
Yes.
you could have made his room?
But I
all
would like them to be
Minecraft-y?
wired. Like I don't want them to be battery powered.
Yeah. Right.
I want them on a
Seriously.
switch.
I
Yeah.
wonder if we could get the electrician to.
I don't know.
rig it.
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Next award goes to.
Kay Kellner. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
A cheer set.
Do. So on the last show when we said we need your submissions, Chris was like, "Did anybody send in a bar?" So he immediately, like in that moment, emailed in the
Nice.
Cheers bar.
I love the watching live email. That's always
Yeah.
my favorite. Yeah. I was just
So-
watching and.
So you done good.
Oh, and check this out. Live from the IRC
There
chat
we
room.
go.
Who sent
Woo.
that in?
Probably Rikai.
Who sent that
Nope,
in?
Bronwyn.
Bro, oh, look at this table. Look at this table.
I can't believe you've never seen this before. I
Look
saw
at
it
that.
like years ago.
It gets so. Oh my gosh, that's like a Starship space store.
I like how seamless it is once it's closed.
I want that so bad. That would be the best round table set ever. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That is this a thing? This is probably thousands of dollars. Look at all that wood, just that much
yeah.
wood alone. Oh my gosh, look how cool that is. So you guys watching the audio
You know
version,
what? That would be great for Big Brother.
I'm gonna put this in the what? I'm gonna put this in the show notes so people can watch this
Because
one.
once a lot of people get eliminated, they need a smaller table.
Oh, that just gave me a show idea. Actually, that'd be great. So did you put a thing in here? Because I want to
For what?
save that. I'll save that. I'll put that in
Oh,
the show
no, I
notes
didn't.
for the audio
Yeah,
listeners
okay.
if they want to check that out.
All right, the next award goes to Noah.
Whoop whoop.
He gets the Lup Lug with Loss
Whoa.
award.
Whoa.
Yeah. So that's Linux Unplugged, Linux User Group with Linux on Site.
Okay,
I just made up the Linux on Site.
I like that. Called loss. What are these?
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
he wants you to use an HDMI balun from wherever you're going to be doing Linux Unplugged to broadcast on the machine so that you can be using screencast using Linux.
This is great to get a recommendation because this is exactly what I was thinking about. This is so perfect. So what this does is this takes the HDMI out, say like from my laptop, HDMI out, it puts it over Ethernet. So then you run Ethernet into the studio, and then on the other end you have a converter that brings it out of Ethernet into HDMI.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you could
Wait,
be in
wireless HDMI?
No.
Or,
It's over
wired,
Ethernet.
But
It's- yeah.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
a conversion.
This is such a great idea, and this is exactly something that we should talk about when it comes to Linux Fest.
Yeah.
Because
Noah is going to be one of our. He's flying in. He's going to be one of our helpers this year.
he was a helper last year in a big way.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of pretty much all of the one-on-one on the floor interviews were Noah and his crew. And this is so perfect. So I'm assuming he sent you all the model information.
No,
This is something
he
I've
didn't
been
even
thinking
send me
about.
a picture.
Oh, really?
I had to get the picture. Yeah.
Well, he read my mind.
Yeah.
I I don't know how well they work though, so I'd love to hear about it from anybody who's used them before.
Okay. The next award goes to Future Murphy.
Precarious.
He hijacked Murphy's email.
Another time distortion show.
Yeah. So he gets the Only a Corner award. So he said, okay, there must be a Star Trek corner of some sort there. That's about it, I guess. Murphy. P.S. This is Future Murphy here, hijacking this email. Bad connection, though. Fully, I can tell you guys exactly what you for the studio before.
Looks like it was cut out at the end
yeah.
there.
The transmission was lost.
So Dylan and I have been talking about. So I have a lot of Star Trek ships, and I have a lot of Star Trek stuff.
Yeah.
And I've been asking Dylan. I said, Dylan, what do you think? Should I bring my Star Trek stuff here to the studio, or should I leave it home so we can play with it? You know, because we do play with it.
Right.
And he thinks that I should bring it to the studio.
Wow.
He thinks it would be neat to
cool.
have it at the studio.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think we should have a Star Trek corner. I don't know if it's or a Star Trek living room. I'm not sure.
You know that IKEA big, well, like the bookshelves that the kids have, but double.
Yeah.
We should get those and
Yeah.
put all your ships on them.
That'd be interesting. I was considering like starting in the living room with like setting Star Trek stuff up and then eventually building into like a whole Star Trek set.
Oh.
Like over time.
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's probably crazy.
Okay.
But I'm thinking the same thing, Murphy. Next
Okay.
award goes to
Next award goes to Keller CW78. Gets 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
99
bottles of beer. All right. Just a last minute submission. We know the passion of bacon. Ugh, sorry, vegan moment. He's totally vegan. You follow him on G+, and he posts recipes all the time. Beer and other samplings of the Fisher household. How about a room to celebrate all that? The Contrib room would showcase the samplings contributed by the JB viewers and listeners. The walls can be plastered with beer bottles and cans, packages washed.
Oh, so
of
save
bacon
empty bottles?
and the rest. Yep. It would be a testament to how much value you have placed in us and how much value we place in you. I recommend using 3M strips for the beer bottles and packs. I wish I had a picture of my old wall when I was doing this.
What do you
Best
think
luck
of this?
and keep us posted. I think it'd be great to have a wall,
a garage wall or something? Like
Yeah.
dedicated to all the beers sent? 'Cause
Yeah.
that does happen from time to time.
Yeah.
Flash update, Ange, real quick. Rikai in the chat room right now brings us the live price of that table. Do you have it? Don't look! Did you already look? Did you look?
I did see it.
Okay, how much is it?
70,000?
Yeah!
Holy crap!
not gonna happen.
$70,000?
Abort! Back off! It's a trap!
We're going to start a Kickstarter.
Yeah, for our table. And the only thing we're going to buy is a table. Yikes. All right,
right.
Ange, are you ready for a very special Jupiter mail sack? It's a Jupiter mail sack.
It is a physical mail sack. I am feeling the physical mail sack
what do you got
right
there?
now. I'm holding it.
And I'm loving it.
All right. So we got mail from the UK, but I don't know from who. And it's this card.
Nice.
It's a European hedgehog.
Nice. I didn't know they looked like that.
Yeah, I
Now
thought
I
it was
know.
a porcupine.
Yeah.
And it has
Now that's U.S. currency, Ange.
$10 in it.
So he had a little U.S. currency sitting around, huh?
Yep. So it reads, "Hi, Angela and Chris. We get quite a number of these in our garden. Super cute. The cats can't quite figure them out when they roll into a spiny ball.
Oh.
Thanks for the sticker, and here's something to cover the cost. Good luck with the new studio. Best." And then I cannot read the signature, and I hate that because I really want to find.
Let me see.
It looks like
K.
K.
Starts with a K. Kenny. Kenneth. Ken.
Well,
It's Ken.
but that's an I. No,
Keith.
Ken.
Keith.
No, it's Ken.
Okay.
No, maybe that dot is the comma for best.
Well, so I just
Okay,
want
well,
to
I
say
think it's Ken. It's really cool.
it's really cool getting physical mail
yeah,
and some
It is
nice
really awesome.
nice U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
That might buy a taco.
yeah. That's actually the first time we've received a donation physically in the mail.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
So that's really cool.
So, Ange, now that we are at the end of this week's award show, are you ready to unveil what the next award show will be about?
Get ready for this, guys.
It's a show and tell award.
It is not awards. It'll be show and tell.
Oh.
April 19th, next month, 5 weeks from now, a lot of people should have their Linux Action Show shirt.
Oh, the new 300 shirt.
Yeah. So when you get your last 300 shirt, we want you to send a picture of you or somebody you know in the shirt or hoodie and or what you're doing with your coin or where your coin is.
Yes.
Either one.
Show us your
both,
coin slot.
Whatever. Your submission will automatically be put on our Instagram.
You know about the Instagram over at instagram.com/Jupiter Broadcasting, where you can find pictures of your fellow audience members?
Yep. Here it is.
Hey, that's Matt Hartley.
Yep.
I know that guy.
And so I already have the last coin on there. Oh, by the way, there's the back of it.
There's the back of the last challenge coin right there. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Show them the front. Right
Ooh,
there. Yeah,
front.
show them that. Powski's. Right there. There you go. There's the front.
Yep, and that's it compared to the quarter. So when you get it, I'll add your stuff to this Instagram. Unless you don't want it on there, you can just state that in the email. But you can email me, Angela, at jupiterbroadcasting.com. Attach your pictures of you and your shirt and or your with your coin. And we'll get you on there and do another studio poster. So far we'll have the Jupiter Broadcasting poster shirts and then the last 300 shirts.
So that'll be April 19th, and you have time until then to send that in to Angela at jupiterbroadcasting.com. We would love to see it.
Actually, now that I think about it, I may postpone it based on how many people have received theirs.
Oh, yeah.
So that
Yeah.
so that some people can take their pictures in their shirts with us at Linux Fest Northwest. Right?
That would be crazy.
I just realized. I think I might postpone this until after Linux Fest Northwest,
right.
which is April 26th.
That's fair.
So
that'd be really great.
May 3rd.
Okay, May 3rd.
And by then, a lot more international people will have received
that's
theirs
true.
too. So, okay, May 3rd.
I also just want to give people a heads up before we end this week's episode. Right now, today, we are doing a Faux-a-thon. We are recording 3 weeks worth of shows. Well, 2 more after this one. And that means we will not be live on Saturday at our normal spot. We're using that time to sort of work on the studio and get things taken care of. We need some Saturdays for the next few weeks. But the thing you want to do is if you're watching this down the road or whatever it might be, you can just stay apprised on what we're doing and when we're live by going over to jupiterbroadcasting.com/calendar. We'll keep that updated when the Faux Show is live. It is a social experience, so we'd love to have you guys join us. So I just wanted to give you a heads up for the next 2 weeks. We will not be live with the Faux Show.
Yep. All right, so if we go back to this.
Now it has the right
there.
date.
May 3rd. May 3rd.
That's a flash update right there. Breaking news.
So, yeah, May 3rd. I think that'll be really awesome. So it'll be similar to what I did for the Jupiter Broadcasting shirts, but I don't know if I'll do actual awards. It'll be more of a show and tell.
Cool.
Hey, here's my shirt.
Gosh,
here's my coin.
This is the shirt I am the most excited about. Mm-hmm. And Teespring is working on some cool stuff. For those of you who might have missed the shirt,
that's in the future mail sack.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in the future. But there's some cool stuff that it's just getting better and better all the time. We'll tell you about it in a future Faux Show.
Yep. All right, that's it for this episode of the Faux Show. We'll see you in 10 minutes. No, we'll see you next week.
Don't forget, you can catch recent episodes of The Faux Show on
jupiterbroadcasting.com/Faux Show.
Also, get them on demand in the iTunes store. Search for Faux Show.